change a little bit when we make them plural. Okay, so singular, the singular word, we're going to have a singular word. Okay, and a singular word, you can think of the word single, it means just one of them, right? All by itself. Okay, and an example of a singular word might be deer. Okay, there is one deer in the field. Okay, there's one deer in the field. That word's singular, there's just one of them. Now, for the plural of the word, we're going to have two columns. Plural means when there's more than one. We're going to have two columns because sometimes words change when we make them plural. Okay? So when plural, there's going to be at least two of these things. We're going to say 2 plus. Could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. Okay, it could be 6, could be 7. And we're going to make two columns. This column is going to be doesn't change, so no change. And this column is going to be there's a change. Okay, so in the case of deer, I see one deer in the field. Okay, I see 5, do we say deers or deer? Don't shout it out. Okay, does that word change or not change? I see 5 deers in the field. I see 5 deer in the field. Okay, the plural of deer is deer. It doesn't change. Okay, deer. I see 1 deer, I see 5 deer, I see 100,000, 1,000,000, 62 deer. Okay, doesn't matter how many, it does not change. 1 deer, 100 deer, same thing. Alright, so the next word I want you to try is wife. Wife. Alright. The wife was at the ball game. Wife. Okay, so there's one wife. What if there were many of them at the ball game? What if there were many of them? What does that look like? How does that change or not? Do we say there were many wives at the ball game? Or do you think that will change a little bit? It's going to change. Okay, and it's going to be wives. Okay, there were many wives at the ball game. Alright, so you can see deer doesn't change, wife does change. And that F goes to a V. So you don't want to write wifes. Okay, because that's not a word. Alright, so the next one I want you to try is foot. Foot. I am standing on 1 foot. Okay, because all of these things in this column is just one of them. 1 foot. What does that change or not change to? Okay. Okay. Do we say I have 2 foot? Alright, I'm standing on 2 foot right now. No, we got to change it to I'm standing on 2 feet. Okay, I'm standing on 2 feet right now. So foot changes to feet when there's more of them. Okay? Foot to feet. How about life? Life. Maybe you play a video game and you have 1 life left. Life. Okay, does that change or not? And if it changes, what does it change to? What does it change to? Okay, if you have 10 of these left, you have 10 lives left? No, you have 10 lives left. And look at, isn't that interesting? Wife and life rhyme, don't they? Look, these F's both change to V's. Okay, just interesting, might help you a little bit. Okay, your next word I want you to try out is leaf. A leaf fell off the tree. Leaf. Is leaf going to change or not change if I have 10 of them? Do I have 10 leaves? or 10 of something else? What do you think? Well, I have 10 of something else. I have 10 leaves. 10 leaves. Leaf to leaves. Next one I want you to try is mouse. Mouse. Okay, I have 1 mouse, or I have 5 mouses? No, not mouses. I have 5 mice. Okay, mice. And be careful that you don't write an S or something at the end. This C and this E make an S sound. Mice. Okay, your next one is wolf. Lots of animals this week. Wolf. I have 1 wolf. Alright, I see 1 wolf in the field. Or I see 10 wolves. I see 10 what? 10 wolves. Wolves. And look at this. See the V? Look at. Put leaf and wolf, leaves and wolves. You see how those F's are changing to V's when they become plural, when they become more than one? That's a good thing for you to remember. Okay, that should help you out. How about the word sheep? Sheep. What are we going to do about sheep? I have 1 sheep. I have 10. 10 what? 10 sheep. Okay, we don't say sheeps. Okay. 1 sheep, 10 sheep. Okay. All right, how about tooth? Tooth. All right, I have 1 tooth. I have 10 teeth. Okay, so that double O changes to a double E. 1 tooth, 10 teeth. All right, how about this one? How about goose? I see a goose in my backyard. Okay, is that going to change? And if it changes, what's it going to change to? 1 goose. Okay, good. You guys are getting it. Changes to geese. Goose to geese. And look at double O. It's going to go to a double E. Alright, so that's good. No, and there's more than 1. Okay, and look, the same thing happened with foot. Even though it didn't make an oo sound, still, double O went to a double E. Okay, so there are some patterns here that you can look at. Sheep already has a double E, so it didn't need to change. Okay. Next one, how about loaf? I have a loaf of bread. Loaf. Okay, think about any patterns we might have learned so far if you're not sure about that. This one does change because we don't say loafs. How many loafs? Okay, you might say that accidentally, but it should be loaves. L-O-A. Look at this. V-E-S. Okay? Just like this. V-E-S. 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 So anytime it ends in the F there, it's changing to a V-E-S. Okay, that's a good pattern for you to remember. Loaf goes to loaves. And then how about woman? Right? There was a woman in the classroom. Woman. What happens with that? Okay, that does change. And it changes to women, right? There were 10 women in the classroom. And this is like man and men, okay? There's 1 man, 10 men. Alright? That's not on your spelling list this week, but if you know how to spell those. And then the last one, which is a little bit tricky only because of the way it starts. It has a silent K. All right, the word is knife. Okay, it looks like it should be knife, but it's cannot. That was just supposed to be a joke. It's not. Okay, it's just knife. Even though there's a K at the beginning, you don't say it. Knife goes to knives. And you probably already figured out the pattern by now. Since it ends in an F, even though it's an FE, it's going to be VES. Okay, so that is the SJ spelling lesson for this week.